A classic in the classic. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to high school football on Sports 32. I'm Dave LeBar, along with the commish, Gary Sievert. And tonight, the one-time losers, Bayport Pirates, entertain the undefeated Ashwaubenon Jaguars. And you look at this one, Gary, almost like last week. Kimberly entertaining Menasha, one loss. Menasha undefeated, home field. Could we see the same thing tonight?
I think so, Dave. Number 1 versus number 2 for the Ashwaubenon Jaguars. Austin Kasner, their quarterback, kind of a key component of their offense. Passed for 220 yards last week in the win against Pulaski. Week earlier, 118 yards rushing against Sheboygan South. Great receiver, Andrew Clark, tight end, 8 catches, 138 yards last week for 2 touchdowns. But they also have the number 1 defense in the conference.
Well, you look at Bayport in this one, they're the defending conference champions. They have the one loss. Ashwaubenon, they kind of picked Ashwaubenon somewhere in the middle. Is this a big game for both teams, obviously?
Well, I think it really is, and I think probably the unsung hero for Bayport is Alex Schmidt, the quarterback. Senior goes out there, does the job, doesn't make mistakes. We're going to see a strong running game again. Zach Broberg, Ben Nicola, Andrew Mackins had 50 yards last week, Dylan Clearman, and of course Alex Peterson averaging about 6 yards a carry.
Well, with these two teams, they've been longtime rivals going back to the Bay Conference. You see this as a defensive game, a shootout game, or somewhere in between?
Well, I think we're going to be somewhere in between, but I think Bayport, if they have an Achilles heel, it may be their pass defense, and Ashwaubenon passed for 220 last week, so Pirate defenders better be ready.
All right, it should be a good one. We'll get to that kickoff in just a moment on Sports 32.
You can't get it on DirecTV, you can't get it on Dish, and never get it from the phone company. If it's happening here, it's happening on Channel 411. Only on Time Warner Cable.
It's homecoming for Bayport Pirates in a must-win situation for the defending conference champions. They entertain the Ashwaubenon Jaguars. This game should be an exciting one. It's nearly sold out. It's been the talk of the city all week long, Gary.
Well, we've got Ashwaubenon at 5-0 in the conference and a 3-way logjam for second place with Bayport Southwest and Manitowoc Lincoln all at 4-1. So it's really a must-win for each team. Both teams will be in the playoff. That's not even a question, but the real question is where will they finish at the end of the conference?
And just ideal football conditions. Temperatures in the 70s all afternoon, and just a great night for football. Indian summer night. Not much wind. Deep to receive for Ashwaubenon. It's number 3, Ben Matthews, and number 5, BJ Schoonover. And doing the kicking for Bayport, number 24, Dylan Clearman. He's got a good leg. Get her done. That's Matthews. With some room, Matthews down to the 35-yard line, but there's a flag at the 25.
Brought down by number 30, Aaron Boyce. Our first look at the Dave Steiger officiating crew from Appleton. Holding against Ashwaubenon, so we'll back it up. Be our first look at Austin Kasner, number 14 quarterback for the Jaguars, number 3 in passing with 7 touchdowns.
Offense. First down.
Averaging 4 yards a carry. 220 yards last week against Pulaski with 3 touchdowns. Favorite target, Andrew Clark, 6'3" senior tight end.
So that's Kasner and BJ Schoonover in the backfield. Ball at the 14 after the penalty, and that's Schoonover trying to get to the outside, runs into his own man, and loss of 2 yards.
Well, give credit to number 23, Mike Whitey Alberg. Linebacker came in here and turned the play back inside. We'll see Whitey here. Nice pursuit, gets by the blocker.
Loss of 6 on the play. Ball now at the 8-yard line. Austin Kasner has some time, looking, throwing, and it is incomplete, and it was almost picked off by the Pirates.
Yeah, nice pressure by number 87, Luke Hackle, defensive end. Right now the Pirates are really controlling that line of scrimmage. The last 2 plays now, defense is in there, forcing Kasner to miss throw.
In the hurry-up offense for Ashwaubenon. And Bayport has to put pressure on him, but not too much to have him escape and pick up some yards out of the pocket. 3rd and 16. See if he looks for Andrew Clark, number 81. Kasner looks, throws, has a man, complete. That's a first down, breaks a tackle, and is still on his feet, and he's finally taken down at the 42. And there he is, Andrew Clark.
Well, you're a prophet, young man. Travis Falk with the tackle. Little tight end slant right over the middle. Breaks a couple tackles there. Clark, nice. 29 receptions, 390 yards in the conference, 4 touchdowns. Last week, 8 receptions, 138 yards, 2 TDs, a big target for Austin Kasner.
Boy, Kasner threw a bullet on that in between 3 defenders. 1st and 10. And that's Schoonover on the counter and loss on the play.
Let's give credit to 13, Steve Wisniewski, and number 20, Evan Weiss is in there. It's homecoming, some prize seats there. Bring your own chair right on the track. That's Mitch in the middle there. I know Mitch, his locker's by my room.
I would never get too close to that biology room.
We keep the jars closed.
That's Kasner into Bayport territory, taken down at the 49, so it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Steve Wisniewski with the tackle. But there you see the ability of Austin Kasner to run. 2 weeks ago in their big win over Sheboygan South, he had 118 yards carrying as the Jags won in the 4th quarter to beat Sheboygan South 28-21.
Quick pass and complete, and that's a first down. And he's finally ridden out of bounds. Was that Clark?
Andrew Clark, correct. 81, nice catch along the sideline for the first down.
I like the Ashwaubenon uniforms. However, they are hard to see at night on the numbers, especially on the sides.
We're going to struggle. Number 1, the numbers are kind of faint. Number 2, we're both old and can't see very well. So.
We make great officials.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 41. Ashwaubenon started this drive at the 14. On the play action, Kasner throws, and it's complete and dropped by Clark. And boy, I don't know if he was the intended receiver on that or not.
Well, throw was a little bit off. He almost had a nice one-hand catch here, but just couldn't tuck it in. A little bit of a lame duck. Pass was behind him. Tried to cover it up, but incomplete. Nice call by the officials right on top of it.
And that could have been going for number 30, Brody Moynihan as well, but it's an incompletion. Kasner on the keeper. Kasner crossed the 35-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 5.
Tackle by number 18, Benny Berry. We'll also talk about big defensive tackle there, Caleb Wendricks, number 72.
Yeah,
so his brother in the hallway when I got here early, Lucas Wendricks, a little bit bigger than Caleb. I think he gets to the dinner table first.
Throw out of the backfield to Schoonover. Schoonover is close to the first down, breaks a tackle. Now he does have the first down, and he's finally run out of bounds at the 20.
Luke Hackle finally brought him down. Little tightrope action along the sideline. Snaps a little low. But there you see Schoonover gets to the outside, breaks a couple tackles there. Pirates need to wrap up on the tackle.
If they did wrap him up, he would have been a couple yards short. Drive continues for the Jaguars. Now at the 21. Just underway. Opening drive. Kastner trying to get to the outside, and that quickly closed, and he's thrown for a loss.
Well, there's my main man, Whitey Alberg.
Boy, he showed some speed there, didn't he?
He really did. He's had a leg injury last spring, couldn't really play baseball, but he's really rehabbed himself nicely, in a great shape. Nice to have him back out there. Kind of fought off the block of Moynihan for Kastner and just made a nice one-on-one tackle.
Jaguars have not done much on first down. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. 4 receivers set. Throw, and it's complete out of the backfield, and that's a first down inside the 10-yard line. And B.J. Schoonover with the catch.
Nice quick throw right over another rocket. We mentioned in our pregame, if the Jays can throw the ball like they did last week, the Pirate defenders may be in trouble, especially that secondary.
Now the best passing attack in the conference belongs to Sheboygan South. They've got an awesome one over there. But Kastner has been throwing fastballs right down the middle and right to the receivers. Kastner on the quarterback draw. Kastner inside the 5-yard line.
Benny Berry with the initial hit, number 18. They'll up from 87, Luke Hackle.
So a gain of 3 for Kastner. He had 3 touchdowns last week. 2nd and goal at the 5. Kastner rolling, looking, throwing, has a man, touchdown.
Well, Andrew Clark adds to his touchdown total. We'll give him 5 for the season.
So an 86-yard drive, and a red-hot Austin Kastner threw another strike. Tyler Raymaker on for the extra point. That flag will try it again.
Step off on encroachment on the defense, half the distance, extra point only.
Thank you, Dave Steiger. There you've got it.
Well, does this change the thought of Coach Mark Jonas? Do you go for the 2-point conversion? Not at this time.
No, it's too early.
Yeah.
Let's kick it. Go for the sure one.
Raymaker with the point after. And it's good. 7-0, and Ashwaubenon making an opening drive statement.
Well, it really was a quick scoring drive for the Jaguars. Nice, strong passing. Andrew Clark, the big tight end, 6'3" senior, a favorite target for Kastner. And it's such a quick pass, you know, you can see to the Pirate defense, we need a stronger rush, but it's just a quick step back and boom, it's off.
He's been good on the rollouts and good on the short drops. And Kastner is just airing it out. I mean, whether it's a 5-yard pass or a 20-yard pass, he's just throwing that ball as hard as he can. And the receivers have been hauling just about everything in.
Coach Slice trying to fire up the defense, and it's early, it's early.
Yeah, that's one of those that Ashwaubenon just kind of hits you in the mouth right away with that one and go, okay, we're on the road here, important game. But Bayport has just as effective as an offense. Ben Nicola deep to receive, a short kick, and has to be picked up by the up man, and picks it up for 7 yards. That was Sam Thielen.
Stopped by number 10, Nathan Blokel. Well, the Bayport Pirates bring in the #1 offense in the conference. And you're right, Ashwaubenon has the #1 defense. Jags only gave up 167 yards last week in their big win over Pulaski. Some young Pirate fans.
They will be tested tonight. Alex Schmidt at quarterback. Alex Peterson in the backfield. This is Schmidt on the screen. Look out. That didn't fool anyone. He's thrown for a loss. Alex Peterson, as soon as he got that, he was drilled.
Joe Dax, #9, was in the huddle, I think, and heard the play. Loss of yardage for the Bayport offense. Alex Schmidt, 24 for 51, 300 yards in the conference, only 2 interceptions.
A loss of 12 on the play. Second down. On the ground is Alex Peterson. Maybe a couple.
Stopped by number 44, Ryan Clapper. Number 91, Austin Berkovitz. Here you see Alex Schmidt. Overall stats.
3rd and 20. Pirates have to get to the 37-yard line. Split the receivers. Ashwaubenon showing a little pressure on the rollout. Schmidt looking down, being chased, throws it up, look out. And it is incomplete and nearly intercepted.
Trevor Campbell had a shot at it, 24, the old tip drill. Here it is, a lot of pressure on Schmidt to throw the ball.
Ooh, that could have been a big turnover for the Jaguars. But what pressure that Joe Dax has put on in this opening series. So Ashwaubenon has come to play thus far. Marshall Zahn doing the punting. Nice high punt. And Ashwaubenon is just going to let the ball fall, and it dies at the 36-yard line. Marshall Zahn got him out of trouble there.
He got a boomer, and a little bit of wind behind him helped as well.
Packers could use a punter like that. Had it hang up there almost 5 seconds.
There you see Marshall Zahn, baseball player in their state championship game, won that title game for him. Nice feature on the local newspaper on Marshall Zahn and his family as well. We thank them for that coverage.
4 receivers set for the Jaguars. Kasner mishandles a snap, being chased, and runs out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Got some of it back. Loss of 5.
He lost the handle. Here we see that booming punt by Zahn.
So they'll make it 2nd and 14 for Ashwaubenon. 5:36 remaining in this first quarter. Ashwaubenon has jumped out to a 7-0 early lead. Oh, and he's smashed and driven back.
Well, Caleb Wedricks just put the Huggy Bear tackle on him.
Kind of looked like somebody wanted to steal the potatoes there. Ooh.
And friends.
Obviously no gain on the play.
Yardage or calories.
3rd and 14. Kasner looking downfield, being chased. He's dangerous on the run. They got him running the opposite way though. And he throws and incomplete.
Well, Steve Wisniewski, number 13, defensive end, putting great pressure on him.
That's the Ashwaubenon defense, or the Bayport defense we're looking for.
Well, that's true, but the snaps, I don't know what happened in that whole series there. The snaps from the center to Kasner just were not very good. One he bobbled and a couple came in a little bit short.
They looked a little bit more inspired on that. So Raymaker back to punt. Alex Peterson will take it at the 32. And Peterson quickly is thrown down at the 31.
Brought down by number 3, Ben Matthews.
You know, you kind of think too, you know, what's going to decide this game? Is it going to be the passing game, the running game, the offensive line, defensive line? I think this one's going to come down to the special teams. Both teams always have exciting special teams, and they can make anything happen and score anywhere on the field.
Oh, I like that Jag passing game, though. I don't know. They look sharp on that first series. Pirates will need to make some adjustments.
Alex Schmidt will start at the 31. Hands it off to Peterson, trying to get to the outside. And Peterson slices his way across the 35, and let's see where they mark him down at the 37.
First big carry for number 2, Alex Peterson. Nice pursuit by the Jaguars. They miss a tackle there.
And that's where Peterson is most effective, getting to that outside. Dylan Clearman also in the backfield. 2nd and 4. Schmidt, pass, throw, complete, first down. Nick Beasy.
Nice quick slant. Doesn't need much time. Brought down by number 3, Ben Matthews.
Nice throw to Beasy, and Matthews is right on him. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Bayport went 3 and out on the first possession. Ashwaubenon went 3 and out on the second possession. That's Peterson. Peterson with the first down, and he's in Ashwaubenon territory.
Finally brought down by number 91, Austin Berkovitz. And this is your typical Pirate offense. Give it to a scat back, able to get around the corner, break a few tackles, a few cutback moves.
First and 10 for the Pirates. 3:27 left in the quarter. On the counter play. Quickly closed and thrown for a loss. That was Bo Lefebvre, the wingback.
Stopped by number 44, Ryan Clapper. You see Bo Lefebvre coming right at you. Tries to cut back. Little assist from 91, Austin Berkovitz as well.
Bo Lefebvre had a 53-yard punt return for a touchdown last week, also rushed for a touchdown. That was a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Schmidt, look out, and down he goes.
Joe Dax, number 9. We'll see him coming in from the left side there. Really came in untouched.
Yeah, this has been the Joe Dax show on defense thus far. Dax coming in for some big plays and some big losses. Now it's 3rd and 17. First down marker at the 35 of the Jaguars. And the inside handoff to Alex Peterson. And they'll try to pin Ashwaubenon deep as it's 4th down.
45, Derek Brunwell. And 56, Billy Nicolai with the tackle.
Ben Matthews deep to receive. If Zahn's going to try to kick this one in the corner.
Kick another boomer. Kicker in the far right corner. There he goes. Nice spiral.
Down the middle. And Matthews is going to let it bounce, and it takes a pirate roll down to the 6-yard line. Marshall Zahn doing a great job at punting thus far.
Well, let's see if that Pirate defense can hold in this series like they did in the last one.
Jaguars had an 86-yard touchdown opening drive, but they were 3-and-out last time, and see if they cleaned up the center snap here. Operating from the shotgun. That's Schoonover trying to get to the left side. Minimal gain.
Credit Steve Wisniewski, number 13, 6'4", 191 senior. Kind of shut down that run. He's getting nice penetration as a defensive end.
Bayport's only loss coming to the hands of Notre Dame, and when we get a chance later in the game, we'll show you just how close it was of them being a possible 5-0 in the conference. 2nd and 10. Kasner, plenty of time, throws, and incomplete, and boy, he took a hit.
'28, Sawyer Famel with the coverage on Schoonover.
Well, since that opening series, this Bayport defense has been flying around the field. 3rd and 10. They'll think twice about going down the middle again. Another low snap. Kasner being chased. They got him going the way they want, and he throws, and it is incomplete. He throws it out of bounds. It's 4th down. That's what you want to do if you're going to chase Kasner. Chase him that way.
Yeah, Drew Taylor in the neighborhood for the reception, but you're right. The pressure's paying off, and the punt by Zahn really kind of put them in the hole and will give Bayport a pretty good possession, maybe around midfield.
So Tyler Raymaker coming up, Ben Messenger and Alex Peterson. End over end, low kick. Messenger at the 42, has some blocking. Messenger, there's a flag. 2 flags coming in. They're going to call this one back. The flag's coming in at the 35-yard line, so a clip will send this one back.
In other FRCC action tonight, Green Bay Southwest is at Green Bay West, Pulaski is at Notre Dame, Green Bay Preble is at De Pere, Green Bay East is at Sheboygan North, and on Saturday, Sheboygan South is at Manitowoc Lincoln for their homecoming game.
2 Sheboygan teams, 3 and 2. Who would have thought that at this point?
We have a block in the back on a return team. 1st down.
Thank you, Dave Steiger. A interpretation, block in the back.
So that'll bring it to the 45 of Ashwaubenon. So Bayport with ideal field position here. First and 10 for the Pirates. They trail 7-0. We have 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Alex Schmidt under center. And the pitch to Peterson, trying to get outside. Peterson does, and he gets to the 39-yard line.
Stopped by number 56, Billy Nikolai, from his linebacker spot.
And that is the end of the first quarter. So it'll be 2nd and 5 when we come back, and Ashwaubenon has a 7-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. Sports 32.
in-depth interviews you won't see anywhere else. The questions you want asked. The Dennis Krause Show, and the only place to catch it, is on Sports 32.
The Bayport Marching Band to be entertaining at halftime, along with all the homecoming festivities at Bayport High School. LeBar and Sievert with you, and this is a barn burner thus far, 7-0, and that's Clearman on the handoff, and maybe a yard.
Number 24, Dylan Clearman with the carry.
Stopped by number 56, Billy Nikolai.
And I know this is always your favorite time of year, homecoming.
Well, it's been a tough economic time because nobody hit my house, so it's tough.
That's like 3 years in a row.
I got to go back to the single ply. I was hoping to get some double ply free, but it's not going to happen.
I notice they're not making it as wide as they used to. 3rd and 5.
Kids have been good. They really have.
Being chased. Schmidt, he's looking. Oh, he throws it up. Look out. And it is incomplete. Well, nice job out there by Bo LaFave just to knock that one away. That was almost intercepted.
Trevor Campbell on defense. You're right. It's tough to throw when you're falling back and jumping in the air. And you're right. Bo LaFave had to play a little bit of defense here because Campbell was there for the interception.
Well, he got banged up. You know, he was hurting on that one run before, and it looks he's holding right around by the rib cage. Hope that he's okay and back in, Bo LaFave. And now Zahn will come in, do the punting, and Ashwaubenon's not even sending anyone back. And it is a fake. Zahn throws, and it's complete. That's a first down. Well, Ashwaubenon saw it coming, and they still couldn't stop it.
23, Gavin Marquardt on defense. He's on stepping, gets plenty of time to throw. Pass complete to number 23, Whitey Mike Alberg.
I saw him warming up that pitching arm over there, instead of the leg. Kind of a gutsy call by Mike Willickett, but even if it goes incomplete, it's
You're
at
right.
the 35, so good call. Short pass, complete. Looking for some blocks out there, and that's Nick Beasy.
Stopped by number 44, Ryan Clapper. Beasy's second reception tonight.
So a gain of 3, be 2nd and 7. Second quarter just underway. Homecoming game. Bayport, only one loss on the year. Undefeated Ashwaubenon, this Fox River Classic Conference. On the run. And here comes a flag, and another flag comes in at the end. On the carry was Ben Nickla.
Oh, 17, Bo LaFave. The dance is tomorrow night, not tonight. Oh. He really hook and held, the old hook and hold play.
So this will back him up.
Nice call by the officials. It's nice to see Bo LaFave back in there. Shook off the little injury that he had. He's back in there at the wing back.
We had a hold on the offense, still 2nd down.
So they'll back it up to the 38. They have to get to, let's see, right around the 17, 18-yard line. So 2nd and 20. Schmidt, short pass, and it's picked off. Intercepted on the tip ball.
Number 45, Derek Brenwell with the interception. Pass intended for number 9, Nick Beasy over the middle.
Well, the secondary came close to intercepting 2 passes.
Just good coverage. Defense was right there. Linebacker was there.
Brenwald tipped the ball and ended up getting it on the INT. So the first turnover of the game belongs to the Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 33. Boy, another low snap. Kasner has some room on the right side, but he throws and it's knocked away. Incomplete.
Oh, nice coverage by number 28, Sawyer Famel. He doesn't make the hit. The pass is probably complete.
Just a beautiful night for football. Unbelievable. Next week, of course, it'll be Parka time. Ashwaubenon taking a timeout here.
I said if we could just can this weather for the next month.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, huh?
Wow. It's a gorgeous time of year. Leaves turning colors. Everybody in short sleeves tonight. Homecoming game.
If we take a look at the standings going into tonight, we mentioned Ashwaubenon at 5-0 and Bayport Southwest, Lincoln at 4-1. Notre Dame, Sheboygan North and South at 3-2. De Pere, Green Bay East, Preble, Pulaski all at 1-4. And there you see our conference standings. Green Bay West at 0-5.
Well, you know, you go back to this rivalry when Ashwaubenon and Bayport played in the Bay Conference. It was usually between those two teams and De Pere most of the time. Those were your big three.
You're right. Those are the big three. Always some classic matchups, full houses, great games.
And pretty much the same scenario. One of them's undefeated, and most of the times they went in undefeated.
Yeah.
Both teams. Kasner on the inside handoff. And a fumble. Ball is loose. Clapper.
We'll see Ryan coming right at you. Yeah, I think there's no control. Good call. Player was out of bounds right in front of the official there.
Well, so far that ball is rolling in favor of Ashwaubenon. We're fortunate to get the ball back here. 3rd and 10. Kasner throws, has a man, he dropped it. Well, you know, those are catchable balls by the wide receivers, and before they were coming up with everything. Now they can't hang on to anything.
Number 19, Ben Messenger on defense, but you're right, the last couple have been catchable. Again, another low snap to Kasner. Again, throwing on the run. I think you've got a receiver wanting to turn upfield before he caught the ball.
Are these snaps intentional for being low to kind of throw off the defense a little bit, keep the ball low? Everyone has been ankle high. See if they can clean that up, or maybe I'm missing something. Nice high punt over the head and caught on the run by Messenger. Messenger looking for some blocks, and Messenger is taken down at the 25-yard line. So Tyler Raymaker with a nice punt himself.
A.J. Dollinger, number 50, with the tackle, and Messenger kind of limping off the field here. Pirates getting a little banged up here tonight.
Well, both these teams like to hit, and this has been a great rivalry. And
you see the remaining schedule for the Pirates. Manitowoc, Lincoln go down to 10-15 and 10-21. Lincoln and Southwest, and those are not easy games, folks. This is a tough 3-game series for the Pirates as they end the season.
They will be well tested once it comes to playoff time.
We've got illegal procedure there. Pirates jumped.
And that's what's nice about this conference too. You'll be well tested when it does come playoff time. You know, you look at probably one of the best teams in the area, West De Pere.
False start on the offense. Still 1st down.
They haven't been challenged yet. Are they that good, or is the conference that weak, or a combination of the two?
I have the answer. They are really that good. From the people that I talk to, my people are out there, and they tell me West De Pere is unreal. They thought last week a good challenge with LC. LC probably the most physical team West De Pere had, and LC scores 1 touchdown. It was a blowout.
Bill Turnquist has his team rocking and rolling. 1st and 15. As Peterson being banged around. Picks up maybe about the 5 yards they lost on the penalty.
Stop by number 9, Joe Dax. Here you see Alex Peterson getting through that initial burst. Bounces off a one tackler.
Oh, 2nd and 10. .8:37 remaining in this first half. Schmidt being chased. Look out, Alex, and here he comes, and it's incomplete. Bo LaFave was the intended receiver.
Ball underthrown, coverage by number 44, Ryan Clapper.
I think you could feel the heat coming from the left side.
See the remaining Ashwaubenon schedule. They've got Green Bay East, followed by the finale against Notre Dame. We mentioned earlier, Notre Dame is really banged up. They've got 19 kids that have broken bones that are done. You know, they will not be back. Those are not minor injuries, so Notre Dame may struggle the next 3 games.
Schmidt on the screen. Peterson tries to slip away, and he's going to be a few yards short. It's 4th down. Yeah, you know, when you have all those, you know, you like to have that balance on your team and the depth, and after a while it just wears on you. You can only take so much.
Alex Peterson with the little reception. Short of the first down by, I guess, about 3 yards.
So Ashwaubenon took the opening drive and went 86 yards for the touchdown. After that, it's both defenses doing some hitting here. Matthews deep to receive the punt. This one end over end, and it's going to hit at the 39, and it'll roll to the 32-yard line.
Well, not quite the boomers he had the last couple times, but defenses are holding and the punting game's taking over, and you're right, we may have a special teams return here. Great weather, young kids are out in t-shirts.
Yep, you'll have Mr. Sievert as a teacher.
Your 15 seconds of fame. By the way, stay off the fence.
I saw one of them say, I love biology. 1st and 10 at the 32, Kasner. Kasner still on his feet, look out. Kasner still on his feet. And they finally bring him down at the 38. Oh, it looked like he had the whip going there.
Well, you can see why he's able to get some yardage. Nice athletic Austin Kasner. Again, breaks a couple tackles, 3-4 tackles. Makes a cutback move, breaks another tackle. Finally brought down by 42. Brock Malcolm.
Quick pass. And I believe that was Andrew Clark.
Yes, it was. If you look in stats for a running back for Ashwaubenon, you're not going to find any because Austin Kasner, the quarterback, is their main ball carrier.
And we talked about that the last time we had in a Ashwaubenon game, all the great runners that they had throughout school history. That's not the case here. Their best runners are quarterback.
But it's the prototype quarterback that we've seen a lot of this year. We saw Austin Rogers at Kimberly, and we saw Lucas Smith at Menasha. Quarterbacks that are able to, very athletic, keep the ball, run it. If the play breaks down, they're going to get some yardage for you. Can throw the ball as well.
False start on the offense. Still 2nd down.
And why not put it in the hands of the, you know, that's where the ball goes all the time.
You're a skilled player. Skilled players make things happen, one way or another.
So they'll back it up to the 39, 2nd and 10. Now they're checking their
Checking their Timexes.
Okay. Change of play.
Where's Mickey's hand?
Kasner throws. That's complete.
Drew
That's
Taylor with
Schoonover.
the reception. Drew Taylor, number 2.
Taylor? Okay.
Stopped by number 36, Mitch Koski. Taylor's first catch tonight, right over the middle. At halftime, we're going to see a little clip of the passing game that the Ashwaubenon Jaguars did, including Drew Taylor at halftime when they went down to Florida for some NFL-sponsored competition.
Gain of 13 makes it 1st and 10 for Ashwaubenon at the 26. Kasner, look out. Oh, he's hit. And they finally bring him down.
Well, Caleb Wendricks got in there.
Boy, Kasner took a wallop in the pocket. You see Wendricks. You're going to feel when Wendricks hits you. It's like a heavyweight against a flyweight. 2nd and 13. The throw behind and incomplete. That play wasn't going anywhere anyways, but that was intended for Andrew Clark, the tight end.
Pretty well covered. Steve Wisniewski was over there. 19, Ben Messenger. See Andrew Clark, 6'3" tight end. 1 touchdown catch already today. Last week, 8 receptions, 138 yards, and 2 TDs against Pulaski.
So they might be in 4-down territory here. 3rd and 13. Ball at the 30. That's Clark in motion. Kasner on the pump fake. He's going to the end zone. And incomplete. Boy, his receiver had a step on his man.
Mitch Koski in coverage, number 36. Not overthrown by much. Pretty well timed play there. Ben Nicola also on defense. See Mark Jonas in the middle there.
Ashwaubenon has 2 timeouts remaining. 5 minutes left in this half. And they're going to take a timeout here. Well, this has been a long-time rivalry in the Bay Conference, and next week our game of the week on Sports 32 is the longest rivalry that even you can remember.
Way before our time. The M&M game. We're not talking peanuts versus plain either.
And there's pretzels in there now too.
Menominee, Michigan takes on the Marinette Marines.
The much improved Marinette. Menominee still one of the top teams in Michigan.
And the last time we were up there, you remember that. It was one of the biggest shootouts I've ever seen. What was it, 55 to
52?
55, 52. Pretty close to my age. Don't add them. It was just an exciting game up and down the field. Throw defense out the window. It just didn't happen. Just whoever got the ball possession last would probably win the game. So it was just fantastic. It was in the old, was that Menominee? I think it was at Menominee. Kind of a classic pre-war stadium, I think, there. And this will be at Marinette. So.
Yep, that was a great game.
Kind of throw out the individual records on that game because they really go at it. Field goal.
47-yard attempt. And Bayport's anticipating a fake. And it is. Being chased. Get rid of it. And he throws, and they have some blockers out there. And he's going to be a little bit short. They needed to pick up 13 yards. I think they got about 9 of it. But a good attempt, and Ashwaubenon had some blocking out on that right side.
Gavin Marquardt with the reception, I believe.
So the defense coming up with the stop for Bayport. 1st and 10 at the 22. We have 4:48 remaining in the first half. Alex Schmidt's trying to get his team going here. He'll hand it off. and maybe a yard or two.
Joe Dax, number 9. Another big play.
They've shown some spurts of getting the offense going. But Ashwaubenon's #1 defense coming in as promised thus far. Play action. Throw, and is complete. Nice pass, nice reception. Alex Peterson coming out of the flat.
Brought down by 29. Take a look. Bo LaFave was on the right side and kind of cleared out the area, which allowed Alex Peterson to come in underneath there. Nice over-the-shoulder catch. Nice textbook catch there by Alex Peterson.
Good touch by Alex Schmidt, senior. 1st and 10 at the 41. They split the receivers. And the handoff to Peterson. I don't think he even got a yard on that.
Well, stop by number 91, Austin Berkovitz. Berkovitz, senior, 6'3", 235.
What was the feeling going into this game, Gary? You were at Bayport all week.
Well, it'd be a tough one. I mean, these are 3 tough games for the Pirates right in a row, and you can't certainly look past the team that's 5-0.
First place on the line, and breaking a tackle, Zach Broberg, but got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, the Jags have done a great job of keeping the big gainers away from the Pirates. Billy Nikolai with the tackle. Oh, nice one-on-one tackle. Broberg averaging 8 yards a carry.
Boy, did you see that block that Wendricks put on? He just pancaked him. 3rd down, throw tipped and incomplete. Getting a hand on it is number 28, Eric Wrighton.
He doesn't tip it, it's completed to Beasy. No question about it. We'll see that here. Boom, a little tip, otherwise Beasy was wide open.
That would have been close to the 1st down. So it's 4th down. Ashwaubenon get the ball back with 2:33 remaining in the half. See how far back Zahn can pin him. Marshall's on. High, but a short punt. And it goes out of bounds at the 25. So Ashwaubenon with 1 timeout remaining. They have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. See if they can add to that 7-0 lead.
A lot of 3 and out tonight so far after that first quarter drive by the Jaguars.
Impressive drive, and you have to admire the defense on both teams. Bayport really coming back after that first series. And Joe Dax and company in the defense for Ashwaubenon. Oh, that could have been something.
Another catchable pass. Andrew Clark, the intended receiver. Mitch Koski on defense.
Andrew Clark, he's going to get that ball 99 out of 100 times, but that's a drop. Kasner. Three yards.
We'll give credit to 42 of Brack Malcolm, who kind of turned the play back inside. Held his ground and got some help on the inside. See Kasner coming at you.
Did a good job hanging on to the ball.
Looking for the fumble, trying to strip the ball carrier.
Well, no, Ashwaubenon is going to run the clock a little bit here. 3rd and 8. 2 receiver set. Kasner on the pump. He's going to take it himself, and it'll be 4th down.
Brought down by number 19, Ben Messenger, on a blitz there.
And Bayport taking a timeout. So that'll be Bayport's first timeout. Now Bayport with a big win last week. But now the tough part of the schedule.
Pirates have Manitowoc, Lincoln next week. Lincoln 4-1, playing Sheboygan South tomorrow. Coach John Dixon coaching the Manitowoc Lincoln Ships. And the Pirates end up with Southwest. Bryce Paulp, Southwest, a young team that has come on very strong, very strong. The young kids have learned how to win.
Okay, well, let's go back. Week number 2 or 3?
3 weeks ago.
On the sneak, that's enough. Okay, first of all, look at the mark here. This was the Notre Dame game.
Notre Dame in white.
It is.
And they're looking for the first down. Notre Dame had scored. Official goes down there, takes a bird's eye look at it. Pirates came up short. It's a game of inches.
And a nice punt again. And it's going to trickle out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So Tyler Raymaker doing a nice job punting tonight. So the Pirates will have 1:23, and they'll have to go 79 yards for the touchdown. I know that, you know, there was a lot of pileup going back to that Notre Dame game, but initially I thought that he had it, but there was a big pileup of people there. You don't know where the ball is. You don't know
you
what's
really
going
don't.
on in that.
You know, and from an officiating perspective, you don't know. There's a big pile there, and how much the ball is moving underneath, and things like that. That's just a tough way to end the game. But
that was an overtime loss for the Pirates against Notre Dame. And on the first down carry is Peterson. See what Coach Mike Willickett comes up with here with 1 minute remaining.
just to follow up on that play, I saw Coach Willick in the hallway the next day. He said, well, we make the extra point, we win. You know, it's another way of looking at it.
Exactly. There were 2 missed extra points in that game, 1 by each team, and that's a first down on the run. And now Bayport will use a timeout. Clearman with the first down carry.
About 48 seconds left on the clock.
Bayport did not take a timeout. 38 seconds remaining. Schmidt, plenty of time, throws, it has a man, that's complete by Beasy.
Okay, caught it with his knee down. And we've got an official timeout to move the chains. Here you see Schmidt dropping back, get some time. Beasy makes the catch down with the right knee down. Looks like we've got time off for an official measurement. It's close. I think he's going to be short.
Mm-hmm. Now the Bayport Pirates, defending conference champions. Of course, and I think it is going to be short here.
Oh,
Baseball state champions, back-to-back years. It's about that far short.
back at halftime, Eric Linskens and Kevin Lewis, coached by Jim Christofferson, 2 all-state tennis players, will be introduced.
Ah.
Having played here 4 years, they put up some remarkable statistics, earning varsity letters, all Bay, all FRCC, all Metro team selections. Two of our finer players to come out of Bayport, Eric Linskins and Kevin Lewis.
I like tennis. That's a lot of fun. I don't have much of a serve, though.
Well, I like it. I just understand the scoring. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but that's what tennis is, you know?
How can you argue with love?
Well, it's just not my racket, I guess. Dun, dun, dun.
So we have 30 seconds to go in this first half of play. Second and that much. Nice passing down here, too. Willikin wants to gamble a little bit. Ball at the 43. 4 receiver set. They'll give it to Peterson, and he's hit for a loss of 2.
Well, he tried to go right up the middle, and there was nothing there. I shouldn't say nothing there. 91 Austin Berkovich was there, and he is something.
Well, will Mike Willikin give it one more shot here? Maybe call a timeout with about 5 seconds left, and yeah, and that's what he is going to do.
And I think he'll air it out, certainly.
And that's the last timeout, so we'll give it one more shot here. And the way things started, it looked like it was going to be a shootout as Ashwaubenon looked impressive as Austin Kasner with his runs, but mostly his throws in that first series. And it was a 5-yard touchdown pass to Andrew Clark. It was an 86-yard drive. And that's been all the scoring thus far.
You're right. Both defenses settled in. Defensive coach Al Schleiss met with the Bayport defensive team on the sideline, and I think he calmly explained how to play defense. Mm-hmm. And the kids responded. They responded, and you're right. There's been much more aggressive hitting on the part of the Pirates.
They were tentative
coverage
in that first series.
They were.
But the Ashwaubenon receivers were hauling in anything thrown that way. All right, time for one more play. And Peterson, well, he did get out of bounds, so we will have one more play. So they did get the first down. So now with 2 seconds remaining, now comes the throw.
Hail Mary.
So Bo LaFave on the left side, receiver set.
Trips to the left.
They're going to hand it off to Peterson. Peterson with some running room. Hey, look out. And Alex Peterson picks up a good chunk of yardage and a flag at the end. Wait, this might not be the last play. Let's see what the call is. The game or the half or the game cannot end on a defensive penalty. If it's an offensive one, that'll be half. I have a feeling this is going to go against Bayport.
Dead ball foul, personal foul on blue. That's the half.
Okay, and that will end the first half. Penalty against Bayport. Well, lots of hitting going on here, and it's a 7-0 lead for Ashwaubenon.
The WIA regulates virtually every aspect of the high school football season in Wisconsin. But Sports 32's J.P. Kodoran tells us how Ashwaubenon found a way to get more team time in both on the field and off the field, and how they're reaping the benefits of this season.
For the second year in a row, the Ashwaubenon Jaguars football team found a way to get more off-season practice in than most other teams in the state. It's perfectly legal, of course, and plenty of fun, too.
The Packers offered a 7-on-7 tournament, just passing, like off-season work.
Last year they had it, and it was for only local teams around like the Bay Area.
We actually took second last year, so we came back this year.
We felt like it was a good chance for us to get in some extra practice time.
We're not allowed to have that many contact days, so it didn't count as one, so it was extra practice for us.
The tournament featured some of the best teams from the state, including Division IV state champion Bigfoot and Division VI champion Edgar, 2 all-star teams from Green Bay and Milwaukee, and all the best teams from the Bay Area.
Yeah, well, we were going into it, and we knew that Edgar and Bigfoot were huge. They've won championships the last few years and gone undefeated and stuff, and no Ashwaubenon team's gone undefeated ever, and so we're like, oh man, it'll be tough games.
Yeah, it was definitely a little intimidating going into that, but we knew that if we just played our game, we'd have a shot, and we worked a lot for it.
But the Jaguars weren't allowed to use Coach Jonas, or they'd violate WIAA rules, so they turned to the next best thing, Coach Jonas Sr.
When Mark called, he just said, I can't coach them, so how about you doing it? I said, okay, that's good enough, I'll do it.
Coach Les Jonas led the Jaguars team against the stiffest competition possible, and after winning all 6 games, came out on top.
That was a really cool feeling. The last game, it actually went down to overtime, and we won right at the last second.
But best of all was what awaited the winning team.
We had heard a rumor about going down to Tampa for that, if you won. Nobody really knew if it was true or not.
When we got done, I looked at the kids and I said, you know what? You're going to Tampa. Because I had been told the same thing. I said, you're kidding me. Why would we go to Tampa? They said, no, you're going to Tampa. I said, all right, great.
For the first part, we were just kind of in disbelief because we actually didn't realize we were going to Tampa, and when it finally hit us, we were really excited.
Tampa, Florida hosted the NFL 7-on-7 National Tournament in July with teams from 20 of the 32 NFL franchises. And after seeing the assembled talent, the kids knew they were on another level.
The competition we got to see down there was just incredible. All the athletes, they were amazing from all the different spots of the nation, so that was really cool.
You see these teams and the kids are just huge, and you can tell they're fast, and just watching them play a couple plays, you can tell that they played a very high level. And all the inner city teams and everything, and Miami and all those teams are just incredible.
The talent is just, you can't believe it. You just can't believe how fast these kids are. Some of our kids were out of position, obviously. They chose their own people. That's who went, and it was just great. I'm glad for them. When they chose their own people, some of our kids had not played cornerback like that before. And by the time they got turned around to go, the kid was behind them.
So how can a trip like this help once the regular football season comes around? Go! The 11 seniors who made the trip point to on-the-field and off-the-field chemistry.
We built a lot of teamwork down there in chemistry, and it's something that a lot of teams around the area didn't have a chance to do, and we did. So that's just a whole nother week of preparation we had for the actual season that other teams didn't.
The 11 guys who went down there, we kind of got closer together, and also it built a lot of confidence for us, I think, as far as the passing game and even defense. And I don't know, I think it was a great thing for our team.
It's just extra practice that we gain over our competition because you only get 5 contact days the coaches get in the summer, but really we had 12 this year, so we got extra advantages, more team chemistry and team bonding and stuff.
Well, the confidence level of going against kids that are Division I recruits all over the place really translated. Eric Rayton, one of our outside linebackers, said, Coach, we had to learn how to play really fast. And I think that, that being able to translate from Florida to the regular playing field and game time really was beneficial to us.
Chemistry clearly hasn't been lacking as the Jaguars won their first 6 games of the year and look to be on the right path to a special season.
We have 3 main ones every year. We don't want to lose at home. We want to win conference championships, and then we want to win state championships. And we're trying to keep those 3 goals all the time. And if we can do number 1, we always have a shot for 2. And if we get 2, then we feel like we have a shot at 3.
We're always shooting for conference, and playoffs, we expect them, but we always want to achieve that and then get further. And I mean, state, it's been a couple of years now, and we're always nervous and excited for it, and the playoffs come around, and last year we kind of lost our focus, and I feel like nobody was really driven for it, and I feel this year we got that chemistry. We're going to keep going and get better as every game goes on.
For Sports 32, I'm JP Cadoran.
we hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're enjoying this one. Battle for first place in the FRCC. It's 7-0 Ashwaubenon halftime on Sports 32.
Every Friday night, the Sports 32 team brings you the best local coverage and matchups from around the state.
There's a man to beat. Now it's a foot race.
Catch all the exciting plays and great moments. Friday night means high school football on Sports 32.
Well, welcome back to our FRCC game between the Ashwaubenon Jaguars and the Bayport Pirates on this homecoming night. Ashwaubenon, only score of the game came in the first quarter. Came on an 86-yard drive with the passing game led by Austin Kasner. And here we see their lone touchdown. Kasner getting the snap, rolling out to his right, looking for his favorite target, 6'3" tight end. Clark hauls in the reception, a nice 5-yard reception for the only score of the game. Defenses have held pretty much the first and second quarters. The one turnover by the Pirates, an intercepted pass, intercepted by Jaguar number 45, Derek Brenwell. There was no other scoring in this first half as we get ready for second half action.
There you see Andrew Clark, the leading receiver on this Ashwaubenon team that comes in 5-0 in the conference, 6-0 overall. In Bayport, it's homecoming, 4-1 in the conference and 5-1 overall. Are you kind of surprised at the way things have gone in the first half?
Well, the defense have really slugged it out, and we'll see what type of adjustments we saw last week. Menasha at Kimberly, 21-21 at halftime, and Kimberly came out the second half and just dominated the game, and there wasn't much of a game that whole second half. Great halftime festivities here. We want to thank the Bayport Marching Band and Dance Team for their performance, and also at halftime, Eric Linskens and Kevin Lewis are recognized in receiving their All-State certificates and Hall of Fame plaques, and Jim Christofferson, their coach of Bayport tennis coach for 18 years, has also resigned from that position. So just congratulations to those three individuals.
Well, remember there was a personal foul at the end of the first half, and now that 15 yards will be taken care of here to start the third quarter as Ashwaubenon will kick off. So they will kick off at the 45 of Bayport. So they'll try to pound this one into the end zone.
Penalty against the Pirates at the end of the first half.
So Bayport will take over at the 20-yard line. And that's one way to keep that the special teams of Bayport from getting that good field position.
So Ben Nicola was the receiver there. He did return a touchdown earlier this season for return a kickoff for a touchdown.
Well, Bayport has shown that they've been able to run the ball a little bit at times.
But it's all about consistency. We've had a lot of situations, 3 and punt both ways.
And they have to have an answer for Joe Dax. He was all over the place, especially in that first quarter. 1st and 10 at the 20. That's Peterson trying to get to the outside, dances back. Hey, he's a little bit of running room out here. And Alex Peterson turned a 5-yard loss into a 7-yard gain.
A little bit of east-west yardage there, but you're right, he's able to accelerate, reverse. Probably picked up about 6-7 yards. We'll see him. Play designed to go to the left. Really turned back in by the Ashwaubenon defense. A little bit of a missed tackle there. Picks up a little downfield blocking. Finally brought down by number 3, Ben Matthews.
Kind of looked like Michael Vick on that play.
Wildcat.
Bring him down. A gain of 9, 2nd and 1 for the Pirates. To the outside, but there was movement, and that's going to cost Bayport 5. Oh, you get in those ideal situations, 2nd and 1, you can do a lot, but now it's going to be 2nd and 6.
Motion penalty against the Pirates, so we'll back it up 5.
False start on the offense. Still 2nd down.
Just a little antsy. at the 24. 2nd and 6. Schmidt hands it off to Peterson, and Peterson maybe a couple.
Really not getting through that defensive line. 22, Devin Fuller with the tackle.
Now this Bayport offense scored 50-plus points last week against Green Bay West, 41 in the first half. Of course, Green Bay West winless on the season, trying to turn things around over there for Harry Sidney. 3rd and 3 for the Pirates. Schmidt steps up, throws over the head of Bo Lefebvre, and it's 4th down. Just some happy feet that time by Alex Schmidt. Just didn't get his feet planted.
You're right, he wasn't set, and he hasn't been set in a lot of his passes. We saw him earlier in the first half kind of fading back and kind of jump. Again, they're primarily a running team. Coach Jonas, no, that's not really an interception, Coach. Your players have to make that.
I don't know, I was looking at that bowling form. I think I can make a 200 average bowler out of him. Sign him up. That's a hook ball right there. 4th down. Zahn has been booming them from over here. Oh, not this time. Look out, very short punt. Very short punt. And it's down at the 49-yard line of Bayport. Well, after some boomers, that one just got away from Zahn.
He shanked that one a little bit. Travis Falk down the ball, so the Jags will take over just on the other side of the 50-yard line. The Pirate 49, right at midfield.
Well, let's see what the Jaguars can do with first possession of the second half. Kasner and that is complete. Nice catch by B.J. Schoonover as he leans to maybe pick up a yard.
Yeah, if that. Kind of made a diving catch of that.
So in the no huddle offense.
No huddle and no gain on that play.
Mm-hmm. Three receiver set for the Jaguars. Is Kasner going to take it himself, and Kasner taken down at the 45.
Kasner brought down by number 13, Steve Wisniewski.
Be 3rd and 6 for Ashwaubenon. Kasner steps, throws, and it's complete, and that's a 1st down. Andrew Clark hung on that time. He had a couple drops, but that was a good one right on the fingertips.
Evan Weiss with the stop. You're right, he throws that bullet and he kind of leads you a little bit, and if you don't catch it, chances are it may be intercepted.
So 1st and 10 at the 35. And the throw is complete and hit right at the line of scrimmage. Secondary of Bayport coming up big, and a couple guys shaking up.
B.J. Schoonover with the reception. Nice ankle tackle there by number 19, Ben Messenger. No gain on the play.
8.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Ashwaubenon unbeaten on the season. Kasner tried to get to the right side, and he's quickly hit, and he's put down at the 31-yard line.
He initially hit by 23, Whitey Alberg. Kind of got him airborne.
And with the unusual warm weather, you wonder if that's going to be a factor coming into this game. Both teams like to have starters on both sides, so not too many two-way players on the teams.
And there's been some subbing along the way here as well.
3rd and 7, probably 2-down territory for the Jaguars. Kasner, plenty of time, looking. It quickly closes. He's still on his feet. Kasner, oh my goodness, he's still on his feet. He's got the 1st down. Oh, what a run by Austin Kasner.
Well, Steve Wisniewski initially had him, then Mike Alberg had a shot at him. We'll see that on the replay. Looking left, looking right, everyone's covered in the secondary. There's one missed tackle. Alberg misses a rare tackle. Bounces off Travis Falk. Finally brought down by Evan Weiss. That's 11 yards the hard way.
He kind of looked like the old Joe Cap of the Vikings.
Well,
You just couldn't bring that guy. You just couldn't bring that guy down. 1st and 10 out of the backfield. And Schoonover, I believe, on the reception.
Oh, Andrew Clark.
Clark, okay.
Andrew Clark. I think Schoonover had a block over there.
They were looking right into the lights right now. Is that a good excuse?
Well, better than the sun is in your eyes,
okay.
yeah.
All right. 2nd and 7. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Kasner is going to take it himself. He's running to the outside. He's close to the first down, breaks some more tackles. And it looks like it's going to be 1st and goal for the Jaguars.
Well, he's a scrambler, and you're going to see it again here. Averaging about a little over 4 yards a carry. He gets a chunk of real estate here. Mike Alberg with the initial tackle there.
Big series here for both teams. Ashwaubenon with the 7-point lead, and they're threatening now. We got ideal field position after the short punt. 1st and goal. Changes the play. Gonna take it himself, looking for some room, and Kasner inside the 5. And he's down to about the 2-yard line. Yeah, what do you think here, Coach Sievert? Keep it on the ground with Kasner?
With that last tackle. Well, he's tough when he scrambles around the corner, as long as the blocking is there. Of course, they had the nice open pass to the big tight end, Andrew Clark. They may go back to that.
Kasner taking it himself, and he's in for the touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run, and why not? Austin Kasner makes it 13-0.
Here we'll see Austin Kasner on the keeper. Cuts off right tackle. Kasner, 4th leading scorer in the conference with 6 touchdowns. Let's make it 7.
Point after is good, and it's 14-0 Ashwaubenon. And what a performance that Austin Kasner put on this first possession of the second half.
Yeah, well, they had good, remember they had good field position. It was on the Pirate 49-yard line, so when you only have to drive half the length to the field, that's not bad, but it was a nice combination. A couple of passes to Andrew Clark, but it really was Kasner that really kept that drive going. Just his individual talent, ability to run the ball paid off for the Jaguars.
And you go back to that play, 3rd and 7. It looks like they were going to throw him for a loss, and he bounced off a couple of players and broke some tackles and ended up with an 11-yard gain. And
the missed tackles. As a coach, missed tackles have got to drive you nuts.
Now, obviously, we've seen it time and time again. You can't hit Austin Kasner high. You're going to have to wrap him up waist high at the least. There's still plenty of time in this one, and you know that this offense for Bayport is bound to get going.
Yeah, it can be explosive. Maybe Alex Peterson can break one, or Dylan Clearman.
And Ashwaubenon also got a little bit of a break by that personal foul to start the 3rd quarter. Now they have to kick from the 40. 5:38 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And the ball will bounce to Peterson. Peterson across the 25, taken down at the 27.
Peterson brought down by number 2, Drew Taylor, whose dad, Brad Taylor, is up in the booth filming the game for the Ashwaubenon Jaguars.
Well, Ashwaubenon found itself in a similar position, trailing Sheboygan South by 2 touchdowns, getting into that second half. They came back.
You're right, it went down to the last quarter. They scored on 3 possessions. There are 3 possessions in the fourth quarter to win that game against Sheboygan South. Big comeback for the Jags.
Alex Schmidt being chased, throws, and look out, and it's caught. Yeah, he got it. Turgeon. The old tip play to yourself.
Well, Tyler Turgeon is going to come out on the lucky end of this one. The old one-hand tip, catch to yourself. Maybe perhaps the biggest catch he's had this season.
Now maybe the bounces will start going Bayport's way now. Got something going here. 1st and 10 at the 43. Schmidt with a lot of time, throws. That one's picked up. That's intercepted. And Ashwaubenon with the pick, taken back to the 45.
Pass intended. I think Bo LaFave was deep intended receiver.
That was intercepted by Trevor Campbell, the defensive back. And you could see there wasn't anybody there but Campbell. But now there's a flag.
Before the interception.
40 interception, yes. So that's going to keep the drive alive for Bayport. What a turn of events here.
Well, there you see Campbell with the interception. I don't think we could see where that holding occurred, but
well, let's get the call here. Defensive holding by Ashwaubenon. Mark Jonas can't believe it. He wants an explanation on this one. So that means that Bayport keeps the ball, 1st and 10. So Ashwaubenon wants to get its defense on the field, and Bayport wants to snap the ball. And the Bayport fans want the officials to put the ball down. So let's see if the Ashwaubenon called a timeout or why there was a stoppage of play. Well, Mark Jonas is not a happy man.
Well, they will be charged a timeout if they didn't take one, that's for sure.
Yeah, now they officially get charged with one.
Well, we could not hear the official's mic. You know, you and I could not. I don't think anyone else could either. So I'm not sure if he realized it was holding on the defense, because he had his offensive team out there ready to go. Then once he found out that the Pirates retained possession, we had a little bit of a fire drill there, take off the offense and bring in the defense, and it just wasn't going to happen in time.
Oh, and that could have been disaster for Bayport, and what a great break for the Pirates. Now, I didn't see the flag at all, and Mark Jonas is not happy at all. Yeah, that would have been 1st and 10 for the Jaguars, but instead Bayport keeps the ball at the 47, 1st and 10. And that's Peterson. Loss of 1. Well, a reprieve for a Bayport. Now you have to take advantage of it.
Well, Ben Semenek, number 71, kind of met Peterson in the backfield. Loss of 1.
Ashwaubenon has been getting Bayport in these passing situations, and not a great game thus far for Alex Schmidt. See if he can turn things around. Okay, out of the flat. That's Peterson on the screen. He picked up about 3.
Yeah, brought down by number 45, Derek Brenwall. Yeah, I like the little swing pass and see how many yards he can get on his own individual skills.
And we have a flag on the play. Personal foul, face mask against Bayport. Some unusual plays here. You don't see too much of defensive holding, and it's a very rare call to have a face mask on the offense.
Well, you see defensive holding when you're holding a receiver.